Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Solanium, their launchpad, and some technical analysis as well. I have a review of this platform on my channel. It is going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the video. This was requested as an update in the comment sections under one of my videos, so that's why I'm doing this video. And I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor by any means. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And the link to Solanium.io is going to be down below in the description. So jumping into their website over here, for those of you who don't know, Solanium is basically a launchpad on the Solana blockchain. And as we all know, Solana has been having some congestion difficulties and, it hasn't been performing as some would expect it would. But for now, it seems okay, but not a lot of projects are listing currently on this launchpad. And it's not that it has anything to do with this launchpad specifically. I would say all launchpads don't have any new projects at the moment because the markets are down. We are in a bear market, and as you can see, even if we do have some launches, the tokens don't really do that well and they drop pretty quickly afterwards. So they do a 2x, a 2.5x, a 1x, which is not a lot. But if you scroll back here and you take a look at some of the gains that Solanium was making when it first launched, we had a 38x, 30x, 7x, 14x, 158x, 224x, 100x. And some of these aren't really that correct. And what I mean by that is that this 100x counts the wick that you have at the beginning of the trading, right? And then you can't really sell that top because it just wicks there for a second and then you come back down. And you can only sell once it drops down a little, but still these are pretty insane gains, right? And the idea behind this launchpad is that you have to buy their native token, which is Slim. You buy that on the Radium DEX, and I have done that. And you need to stake your Slim token. So if you go to stake, there are different tiers here depending on the amount of Slim that you have. So they have 5 tiers, the top one being 5,000 or no 50,000 Slim tokens, and the first one being 100. Then you have 1,000, which is the level that I have or the tier that I have. Then you have God of the Sun, and you have Horus, and then you have Khonshu. So I have bought into this project at, I would say, relatively high prices, but still, it was during a pullback. But we were sitting at, I don't know, probably $1, I want to say. I'm not too sure because I can't really remember, but I think that was around about $1. But yeah, we did drop from there pretty quickly, and we have been in a downtrend ever since, and we did drop all the way down to 8 cents. So right now, I would say if you want to get yourself 50,000 tokens to get a guaranteed allocation, then, that's a great opportunity right now because you get the guaranteed allocation on the tier 4 and tier 5, which is 10,000 and 50,000 X Slim or Slim tokens. So if you want to buy 50,000 tokens right now, it would cost you $4,815. And, that's the top tier guaranteed allocation. And the idea is you invest this, you stake it for 365 days, and you have to have the automatic restake on because then you would start losing your X Slim tokens. And you get your X Slim tokens when you stake your Slim tokens. And based on the X Slim that you have, you will get the tier. So if you stake 1,000 tokens, but you don't have the automatic restake, you will start losing the X Slim tokens, and you will lose the second tier, and you will be demoted back to the first tier because you're losing the X Slim tokens because you don't have the automatic restake. However, you will still have the 1,000 Slim tokens in your staking locked, but you don't have the same amount of X Slim tokens, and that's the issue. So you always have to keep it on the automatic restake, and that just basically means that every day it updates, and it updates for a 365-day staking period. But the idea is during this time, you have to get your investment back, and then you don't even care about the Slim tokens that you have. because during with some of these launch pads or some of these projects launching, you can easily get 20x and you can get your investment back in just one project launching. But obviously you have ticket system here, which means that you either win, you have a winning ticket, or you don't have a winning ticket. And depending on the price of the ticket, for example, if one ticket is $50 and you win 3 tickets, then you can buy into the project with $150 that you have to invest on top of what you have already staked. And if the project does well, it does a 20x, then you are pretty much guaranteed to get your investment back ASAP. So yeah, it's really simple, but they have been listing a lot of shit projects, to be honest with you, because we do have a lot of NFT useless projects. I'm sorry it's lagging so much because I'm recording my screen. I think that's why it's loading up. It's taking such a long time to load up, but basically you have a lot of these NFT projects that you don't really care about and no one really wants them, because I think they even had a poll on their Twitter page asking people if they want to see more NFT projects, and literally 90% of people said no. And these metaverse and finance and VPN and gaming projects usually do well, but the NFT ones, I wouldn't whitelist for those. But if you want to whitelist here, you choose a project, then you can whitelist here, and you can do some, minimal tasks to get whitelisted, and it's just like follow them on Twitter, follow them on Telegram, and stuff like that. It's really simple. And then it tells you if you have won any tickets. If you have, you can participate and you can buy yourself the tokens. Now jumping into the chart here on the daily. So zooming in a little bit, I do want to show you the support level over here that I have for you. So 0.0779 is a support level, but if we are going to continue with this way, we are starting an uptrend. We're not going to come back to this level, but I do think Bitcoin will have another capitulation before we start moving to the upside. So usually projects tend to come back down to where they retraced from, creating a bullish reversal pattern, such as a double bottom pattern, or simply creating a higher low, which we have in this case. And from there, you start moving up. Now, also, I do want to show you another resistance level, very important one, is this over here. So as you can see, we have wicked to this area and we have bounced from this area in May, and we wicked here in June. So this is another resistance level that is very important to keep in mind. Let me just get that higher. There we go. So we are trading in this range right now, and we can easily do something like this. We can come up, create a double top pattern, and come back down to retest, which would be totally normal, right? Because you need to have this level solidified, and only by back testing it a couple more times can we really do that. But we're getting rejected from the 20 EMA on the daily chart, and I would say the 55 EMA is your next target. So if you start breaking the 20, look for a resistance on the 55. But right now, entering at these prices is very good. So if you want to get the second or the third tier, I would say now is a good time, and just wait for the bull market to start, and you will be set. But you do see these occasional wicks to the upside, so potentially you can have a strong move, impulsive move for a couple of minutes, and then you come back down just like you had over here. This happens with a lot of lower cap projects, so potentially you can get a cheeky little trade here, but you can't really set limit orders on Radium. So, I don't think this is going to be very useful. Now, one thing we can do as well is we can set a Fib retracement from this swing low to the swing high over here, basically take our local low and local high. And if we start breaking $12 over here, this would be a very good sign, because if you're breaking the first Fib level, you are then targeting the 1.618, which is sitting at 18 cents over here. So from where we are right now, that is a nice 91% trade. So like I said, you have to break the first level over here, the first Fib level, until you can start targeting the 1.618. And obviously we do have the 1.414 here as well at 16 cents. So you have a couple of levels that you can target. And if I take a rectangular pattern here, right, and I set a sell zone from the 1.414 to the 1.618, you can see that this level here has been rejecting us multiple times. Pay attention to this area over here. You can see that we have bounced from this level multiple times. We have wicked to this area multiple times, but we keep getting rejected. So potentially, if we start breaking the first fib level, this could be the area where we get rejected from. But we would be creating a higher high at this point, which would be a bullish sign as well. So it would all depend on the support that we would have later on. But this is going too deep, too far, because we haven't done that yet. Like I said, we could absolutely get rejected from the 20 here and come back down and drop even more. And if that happens, you can have another fib retracement, this time from the swing low, from the swing high to the swing low, with the targets to the downside. So it's the opposite, basically. You have the 1.618 to the downside. So if you lose the low here at 0.0779, then at 0.00713 actually, then you would be targeting this price over here at 0.0499. But I wouldn't really wait for this price if you want to get involved with this launch pad, because yes, I know this is quite a nice discount of 47%, but you don't really know if you're gonna get there. So potentially just buy once you dip, buy a little bit now, not a financial advice, but if you want to get involved with this launch pad, these are really cheap prices, and you're most definitely gonna get your investment back once the bull market kicks off, because a lot of projects are gonna start launching on Solanium. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. You have a couple of support levels, and I would actually just show you a couple of more support levels here. So we have 1.414 at 0.0561, and the 1.272 Fibonacci level is sitting at 0.0611. So these are a couple of levels to keep in mind if we start losing this low. But like I said, I would just dollar cost average in on the way down from where we are right now, because you know, these are very cheap prices for Solanium. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if I missed out anything important. Let me know if you are involved with Solanium. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and